Hi everybody, about 2 weeks ago I made a battery test with the Apple Watch 5 and I made it with the final version, the official version of the firmware, which is WatchOS 6.0. Of course, I made this test with always on display activated because this is the main feature, the main new feature of Apple Watch 5. But at the end, the result of this test was absolutely disappointing because I covered 26 hours with 95% of battery. Disappointing also if compared to the result that I used to have with the Apple Watch 4. Of course, without always on display, but with Apple Watch 4 I was used to cover almost 44-46 hours. Apple is aware of this problem of battery drain, they are working hard to solve it, and in fact they are working on the updated version of WatchOS 6, which is WatchOS 6.1, which is still in beta version, in beta stage, but I was very curious. I was very curious to see if this new version of the operative system is able to fix the problem of battery drain. So I took WatchOS 6.1 Beta 4 and I installed it on the Apple Watch 5 and I made the test again. Let's see the results. I began this battery test at 22 midnight, then I put the Apple Watch in airplane and theater mode and I went to sleep. When I woke up, the battery was at 94%. It drained just 6% in 8 hours, much better than WatchOS 6.0. Then I switched off theater and airplane mode and I began the day. At 10 o'clock, the battery was at 86%. At 12:40 I had 71% of charge remaining and at 6:40 the battery was at 50%. Then I ended the day at 11:40 p.m. with 35%. So I spent 59% of battery for 16 hours for an average draining rate of 3.7% per hour, which is better than the result that I had with WatchOS 6.0. Then I went to sleep. I put the watch in theater and airplane mode and I woke up after more or less 8 hours with 23% of battery remaining. It's curious because in the second night the draining rate was bigger, about 1.5% per hour, compared with 0.7% of the previous night, anyway better than WatchOS 6.0. Then again I switched off theater and airplane mode and I began my day. At 11:40 am the battery was at 9%. After 1 hour I still had 4% of battery remaining and, at the end, the watch switched off at 2 p.m. So it's time to see the final results. As you can see from this chart, with the WatchOS 6.0 we covered 26 hours with 95% of battery. But with the same amount of battery, WatchOS 6.1 Beta 4 gave us the opportunity to cover 36 hours. So we are talking about 10 hours more, which is a very good result. So good job Apple about this update, but now it's clear to everybody that WatchOS 6.0 was absolutely not optimized for the battery of Apple Watch 5. So thank you for watching, like if you like the video, subscribe the channel, put your comments below and tell me if you liked this English version of the review. This is my first attempt to make an English review. Please tell me if it's better to go on in Italian or not, and see you in the next review or test.